2017 Elantra Sport.
2017 Honda Civic SI. I'm Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
Going for a drive.
We just finished going on autocross with these two, and now we're going to compare how they are to drive them.
Yeah, everyone wants to know how they are actually on road to live with.
So we've got about 200 horsepower in each of these cars, right?
Yes, we do. 201 in the Elantra and 205 in the Civic. So pretty much the same.
Nice. And they're both turbo?
Yeah, they're both turbo. SI for the first time is turbo. And we have a 1.5 liter no VTEC and a 1.6 liter in the Elantra.
That's a pretty good matchup, I guess. Roundabout, are we going to start this off with a handling test?
I think the SI wins the handling test.
I mean, the Elantra's really good too.
They both do have multi-link rear suspension. They both handle very well, as we proved on the autocross course. The Civic Si actually has adjustable dampers, so you put it into sport mode and it firms up the suspension. It's really good, tightens up the steering, and there's actually a lot of feedback in this wheel, where I don't think there's a lot of feedback in the Elantra.
You may be right about that steering feel thing, but this car doesn't even have a sport mode. It's always in sport mode.
Yeah, I guess.
You can turn off traction and stability though.
Yeah, this one you can only turn off stability, and it kind of turns it half off. Even though they have very similar horsepower, the Civic feels like it pulls harder. There's a little bit of lag, but the Elantra feels like it's naturally aspirated.
Yeah, they feel very similar. I think the Civic is a bit sportier though, feeling.
Yeah, it is. This one actually has a limited slip differential in the front, whereas yours doesn't. They're both 6-speed manuals, but I think the one in the Civic is a lot better.
I think it's a little better. If anything, the Elantra Sport one is very, very nice.
It's very good in the Elantra Sport, but this one, you just know exactly what gear you're in every single time you put it in.
I don't know. I've had no issues with the Elantra Sport transmission, and if anything, I think maybe the pedals are a bit nicer on the Elantra Sport.
The transmission in the Civic is better because the throws are shorter. The throws are way too long in the Elantra. I feel like I'm rowing a boat.
They're not too long. They're perfectly fine.
I don't like the clutch feel in the Civic. I really don't like it. Whereas in the Elantra, I don't mind it at all. It's perfect.
I disagree. I kind of like the clutch feel a bit more in the Civic. It's got that on-off button. It's so easy. It's like the easiest transmission to drive.
No, the transmission, yeah, but the clutch, no.
But that's part of the transmission.
Yeah, but the clutch could be changed, just like it's different over there. The clutch engages way too high. The clutch engagement point is perfect in the Elantra. My biggest problem with this car is the fact that it hangs revs. You cannot bang gears in this car. Every time you try, you just lurch forward and you look like you can't drive manual.
Didn't bother me one bit.
On the autocross, it didn't bother me at all, but on the roads, it's very annoying.
But the Elantra Sport sounds better, and especially in this color, I think it looks a lot better.
Yeah, it does look very good. I wasn't sure about that color at first, but it's really grown on me, that diarrhea poop yellow.
It's Too Fast, Too Furious Evo yellow.
It's also the E46 M3 yellow and the current M3 yellow.
Can you get this color in the United States of America?
No, you can't. That's a Canadian exclusive and some other parts of the world, but not the States.
Give me some, give me some.
Yeah, Canada.
Speaking of the looks, check out this little spoiler I got on here.
Yeah, that's actually a dealer installed option.
Yo, and in black, it looks really good. Neither of these cars have Brembos. Do you mind?
No, but the brakes on the Civic were much better on the track.
I feel like they were a bit better.
Yeah, they had a lot more bite to them on the track.
Barks gives you bite. Remember that?
Is Barks still around?
Barks root beer? I think so.
Oh, I hate this rev hang.
Heel toe into this roundabout.
The heel toe is a lot easier to do in the Elantra Sport.
Yeah, it feels a lot better in this one.
Yeah, you can still do it in the SI, it's just easier in the Elantra Sport. I don't like the clutch so much in this that's actually hurting my leg. I want to drive the Elantra now.
That's full of baloney, but I also want to drive the Civic a bit, so I'll take it. After this roundabout, we'll swap.
Okay.
Okay, this Civic does feel maybe a bit sportier and punchier.
It does, for sure.
I'm kind of happy to be back in it, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's the punchier, sportier one, but this one I'm way more comfortable in.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about them. How do you like your exhaust pipes?
I love it. Let's have a little rev off.
Okay, go for it.
I think I win for sure.
But you may win, but this still sounds pretty good.
Click up in the top corner and vote. Tell us which one you think sounds better.
I think the SI's exhaust looks better.
It looks better. The weird triangle thing in the middle?
The HDMI cable.
Yes, HDMI. Just like the Focus ST.
I think the rims on the Elantra Sport look pretty good.
I think the Elantra Sport wheels look a lot better.
Why do you mean wheels?
Because that's what they are. They're wheels. They're not rims.
The tire and the rim together is the wheel.
No.
Yes, it is.
No. The wheel is the wheel, and the tire is the tire.
No, the rim is the rim. No, okay, there goes rim, tire, and when you put a rim and a tire together, that's a wheel.
The rim is the outer edge. The rim is not a rim.
Okay, we're putting this in the video, and you tell us who's wrong or not.
It's obviously a wheel.
Okay, whatever. I think the rims on the Elantra look a little better than the ones on the Civic, but they both look equally good in their own ways.
Yeah, and the tires are actually better on the Elantra. They're a 500 tread wear and the 560 on the Civic. So the higher the number, the stiffer the tire, and they wear a little bit better, but they don't handle as well.
I think the Elantra Sport headlights look better, but I think the Civic ones look better when they're lit up.
Yeah, the Civic actually has full LEDs, whereas the Elantra does not.
And as for taillights, I think this is the coolest Civic taillight.
They are for sure. They kind of wrap around, but the Elantra ones are super cool too with their LEDs.
They are. This one's got the full lobster claw.
Yeah, it does. But the diffuser on this one looks so much better than the one on the Civic. It pretty much doesn't have one.
Yeah, pretty much. I like your spoiler more than I like the spoiler on the Civic SI, but I think the Civic SI Coupe spoiler is better than both spoilers.
Yeah, the Coupe definitely looks better than the sedan. Which car do you think looks better overall?
I'm gonna have to go with the Elantra.
I actually have to give it to the Elantra too. Yuri, if you walk up to the back of your Civic, does the trunk open for you?
No, it does not.
Haha, Elantra does that. It's pretty cool actually.
Let's compare what we have in common and different about these two cars.
Well, I have leather seats in the Elantra.
I have cloth seats in the Civic, but I have carbon fiber pattern on it.
Yeah, you do. Carbon fiber stitch.
I think these ones are a little more comfortable, but I think the Elantra ones are a little nicer.
I think the Elantra ones are more comfortable.
I have got a pull e-brake in the Honda Civic Si.
I have a handbrake, old school.
Lucky. You've got a volume knob in the Elantra, don't you?
I do, and we both have very good infotainments, but I think the one in the Elantra wins.
The one in the Elantra is way better than the one in the Honda.
But we do both have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay.
This one has wireless charging.
The Elantra Sport does not.
How much fake carbon fiber do you have on your dash?
Quite a bit.
I have a reasonable amount and it doesn't bother me.
Which interior do you prefer overall?
I think I prefer the Elantra, but this one feels sportier. Like if I had to autocross a lot, I think I'd take the Civic.
I fully agree. But if I had to daily this, I'm way more comfortable in the Elantra. I really like this. The steering wheel, the seats, everything about it. Ergonomically, it feels so good. I like the gauges too.
The gauges are nice there, but these gauges are great because they turn red when you're in sport mode.
Yeah.
And you get all those sport options. You get your turbo boost, lap timer, G-forces.
You actually get that on that one?
Yeah, dog.
Damn.
And when you redline, I love how all the lights flash. The Elantra has better gauges for everyday living, but these ones have cool flashy red lights.
So they appeal to people like Yuri.
Correct. Do you have heated seats?
I do have heated seats and a heated steering wheel.
I also have heated seats. I don't know if I have a heated steering wheel in this. I don't.
Ooh.
Damn.
The value for money in this Elantra just keeps adding up.
Push to start?
Push to start, obviously. This is going to be a very minor nitpick, but the Elantra Sport only has the auto driver window, whereas the Civic has auto driver and passenger.
Yo, big points for that one. And the visor test.
Yes. Ready?
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
No!
What?
It
Yours
failed!
doesn't? No!
Did yours do it?
Yeah, mine did.
Oh, the Elantra Sport fails.
Wow,
Yeah.
big points lost on that one. I'm shocked.
That's huge.
The SI has auto climate control.
Yes, it does. The Elantra Sport does not, and I wish it did.
You are so lucky that it doesn't. Honestly, driving the Elantra Sport with a regular climate control has been so nice. Like, I hate auto climate control.
I know
Don't
you
use
do.
auto climate control. It is the worst. It is dumb.
It's
Unless
fine.
you're like a
It's
fan
perfect.
blowing, going every time you get in your car.
If you want to watch us rant more about the climate control, watch our Forte 5 review.
I can't record stations on my infotainment in the Honda Civic.
Nobody cares.
Everybody cares. This infotainment has so few buttons, I hate it. And you gotta use your climate control through the infotainment in the Civic. I think it's insane. It is. Sometimes you start the car, maybe it glitches out, and then what? You can't use your climate until you reset your car like a computer?
Yeah, I guess. It is pretty laggy.
If I click this button on the turn signal stock, I can see you in my side view camera.
Yeah, it's actually pretty weird. It's kind of cool, but you can actually drive with that on. I don't have anything like that. I only have blind spot monitoring. This car is also cheaper
By how much?
by about $5,000.
Dang, these are both very similar cars.
Oh yeah, they're extremely similar. It basically comes down to how much money you have and which one you want to feel like a race car in, which is the Civic Si, or if you want to live in this one a little bit more comfortably, I think it's the Elantra.
For me, it's if you're a Hyundai guy or a Honda guy, you just go to whichever one and buy that one.
You really can't go wrong with either of these two. It's kind of the worst conclusion, but these are such good cars.
All right, so then we can roll around just like this in real life.
Yep, we could do this all day, into the sunset.
Into the sunset. These cars do look cool though.
They do. This is Hot Sedan Squad.
Hot Sedan Squad out. Subscribe.
Subscribe, hit the bell, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, everything.
HotSedanSquad.com. I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. This is a subscription break. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe right now, subscribe. We didn't do that.